morning students. Welcome to the online classes. Today in our class 6 history we are going to take our new lesson, the early Vedic civilization. So children, open your books and see the video carefully and follow it. Page number 49, lesson 5. The early Vedic civilization. We are already know that Indus Valley civilization ended around 1500 BC. One of this reason for its decline was foreign invasion. Children, always a civilization is ending just because somebody else takes over it from the other part of the world. Their end was the beginning of a new chapter in Indian history. A new group of people who lived in steppes. Steppes means large grassland. Southern Russia to Central Asia arrived in northwest India. So they arrived from where? Which part of the world? Central Asia and Southern Russia to northwest India. These people were from this region. Now, arrival of Aryans. It is assumed that Aryans originally lived in Central Asia. They were not from India. They had come from Central Asia. Aryans refer to a person of noble birth. Children, Aryans were noble people. Their blood was very good and they were pure blooded people. They were not mixing up with any other people, and that breed of people were good. They migrated to different geographical areas of the world. The groups that came to India were called Indo-Aryans. These Central Asia people who came to India were called Indo-Aryans. They spoke Indo-European languages from which Sanskrit emerged. Children, India was not having Sanskrit. It is come from the Aryans, Indo-Aryans. They spoke Indo-European languages from which Sanskrit emerged. They first settled in the Satpat Sindhu region, the land of the 7 rivers. And when they came to India, they entered the Sindhu region, where we say that land is called the land of the 7 rivers. They remained there for 1500 BC till 1000 BC. This period is known as the Brahmavatar or the early Vedic age. Later they moved into the Gangetic Valley and the whole region gradually came under their control. This period from 1000 BC till 500 BC is called the later Vedic or Aryavata. Vedic literature. So children, what is later Vedic period? When the early Vedic finished, the later Vedic period started and it was called Aryavata. Vedic literature. Now the text. The word Veda is derived from a Sanskrit word Vid, means knowledge or wisdom. Veda is a collection of poems, hymns and short compositions. So children, what is Vedas? It is a recitals of poems, hymns and stories, short composition of stories. A lot that we know of the Vedic period comes from the Vedas. They were composed orally. They were saying it from their mouth, orally. They were passed down from sages to their student. From the gurus, they were passed to the students orally. They were not writing it down. They had said it to their students and the student had to learn it, and then the student had to pass it to other student. One generation to the next till they were finally written down. But later, when it was not easy for them to pass it, they had to write it down. They are the oldest written records available to us. They talk about spirituality and also gives a glimpse of daily life of people in those times. So these Vedas were of spiritual level, godly level. In this, they were reciting about gods, and not only God, they were talking about, children, about the social life of people also, how they used to live and how they used to perform and what they used to do in their daily time. Let's see what is written about the Holy Scripture. Vedas means wisdom, divided into two broad categories, Shruti and Smriti. Original four parts of are there were four Vedas. The first is the highest is the Rig Veda, oldest part of the Veda. The Yajur Veda about sacrifices. In Yajur Veda, they have to have sacrifices. Sacrifice means to give offering to God. Samveda, hymnal to the gods. They used to sing songs to gods. Atharved means magic spell. They used to perform spells. Scripture added later Brahma's duties to the priest explained. Brahmans had to do duties. The priest was having told to do duties. Upanishads means of the universe meditations. Ramayana stories of God Rama and the quest to find his wife Sita from the demon called Ravan. Puranas elaborates on the stones worship of different gods, creation, destruction and reincarnation of the universe, philosophy as well as other topics. Bhagavad Gita is also part of the scripture. So this Bhagavad Gita is also coming from these Vedas. Let's see. There are four Vedas: the Rig Veda, the Sam Veda, the Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. The Rig Veda is the oldest of the Vedas and it is believed to have been composed around 15,000 BC. The early Vedic age is the period of composition of the Rig Veda and is also known as the Rig Vedic period. This is the main written record from which we get all information about the Aryans. The other three Vedas were composed during later Vedic period. So children, in the Rig Veda we find that what is written about the Aryans, and from where these Aryans came from? They came from the Central Asia. They were foreigners to our land when they came to India. The other three Vedas were composed during the later Vedic period. Now in the later Vedic period, other three Vedas were composed. It includes the sacred texts such as the Brahmas, the Upanishads, the Purans and the epic Ramayana and Mahabharata. In the three later Vedic period Vedas, they were Upanishads and the Brahmas and the Purans and Ramayana and Mahabharata stories. All these texts tells us about the political, religious and social economic life of the Aryans, and Aryans were shown depicted in these stories which they had written, how they used to live their life. It was only stories. The Vedas and all other literature of the time was composed in Sanskrit. Earlier, before we studied Hindi, the Aryans had already got Sanskrit, so they used to recite it in Sanskrit. Many Indian language as well as the European language have been derived from Sanskrit, which is why it is called the mother of languages. Sanskrit is called the mother of all languages. So, political organization. The early Vedic society was divided into many tribes called jinnas. Each tribe has its own ruler called Rajan. The bravest and most capable person was chosen for this job by members of the tribe. The son of the Rajans could not take over from their father as the king. The descendants was not hereditary. So children, they were politically powerful. The head was the Rajan, but it was not hierarchy like the king's son can be made king again. No, it was not like this. It was the person who is capable of being a king. The descendants were not hereditary. The Rajan looked after the people, protected them from enemies and maintained law and order in his tribe. So what was the job of the Rajan? To look after the tribe and the people and to protect them from enemies. Rajan took decision after consultation with the tribal assemblies. What was the job of Rajan? To take the advice of the people and the assemblies. He used to call the people and take their advice and then do the job. After consultation with the tribe assembly, Sabha and Smiti was a large assembly where all members of the tribe, including women, could participate, and Sabha was with men, but Smiti was with women. The Rajan used to talk with women and take their advice, consultation with them. Sabha was a special council consisting of important members of the tribe who advised Rajan on complicated issues. Now, Sabha was a council of people who were specially appointed by Rajan, and they were giving him consultation regarding the affairs of the problems. The priest or Purohit was in large all religious ceremony. The Senani helped Rajan in the military warfare. The Rajan did not collect any taxes but depend on voluntary contribution or bali from his tribe. So children, the king never used to take any money from his people. He used to take bali from the tribe, and Senani helped Rajan for the warfare or for the military purpose. Let's see children, social life, class system. The early Vedic society was divided into 4 distinct varnas or castes. The society was divided into how many? 4 varnas or castes. The division was based on skills of the people. The Brahmas, they were the priests and scholars who educated. Their job was to perform religious rituals and teach children. Khatris, they were the warriors. Their job was to protect their tribe. Rajan was a Kshatriya. Vaishyas, they consisted of farmers, traders, merchants, artisans. Their job was to provide food, goods and services to the tribe. Shudras, they were the group of menial workers who served to other 3 groups. This society was flexible without any rigid distinction between the group. People could learn new skill and become a member of other castes. So children, the caste was 3. The Brahmas, the Kshatriyas, the Khatris and the Shudras and the Vaishyas. These were the 4 castes. The 2 more important were the Brahmas and the Khatris. They were the superior caste, and Vaishyas and Shudras were the below them. Let's conclude over here children. We will be seeing and meeting in the next session and continue this lesson in the next lesson. So children, let's take a recap for what we have done today. In the early Vedic civilization, from where did the Aryans come from? From the Central Asia. The group that came to India were called Indo-Aryans. When they had come to India, they were called Indo-Aryans. They spoke Indo-European language, and one of the language that came from them was Sanskrit. Sanskrit emerged, settled in Satpat Sindhu region. They settled the land of the 7 rivers. The later Vedic period was from 1000 BC to 500 BC. Later Vedic literature. Veda is derived from Sanskrit word which means knowledge or wisdom. What is Vedas called? They are called Ved, which means knowledge or wisdom. So children, till here we have gone through the lesson. I hope you will understand with the help of this video. Thank you children. We will meet in the next session. Bye.